do not adjust your television sets. That is a win, everybody. We are here to talk about it, and we are excited to do so. Whew, and it's not an overtime or anything. They significantly put this Nets team away thanks to Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey. As we welcome you here to Sixers Postgame Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. I'm Amy Fiddle alongside the coach Jim Lynam and Mark Jackson. Gentlemen, it's been a hot minute. We know that. How good, Mark, do you think this feels for this team to get this win tonight?
Oh, it feels incredible, Amy. Look, I was sitting here like, we did it. We did it. Listen, it was a good win. It was a better win because Maxey seemed to be coming to form, along with McCain continuing to study progress. I love what I'm seeing from these two guys, and I love to see a Sixers win. Yeah,
very efficient from Tyrese Maxey. We know he's still dealing with a little bit of the minutes restriction. Jared McCain was not dealing with anything except for just getting buckets left and right. That's what he was doing. But, Coach, it was a tandem of them that really put the Sixers over the edge.
Yeah, this was very much a game mid-fourth quarter, and I think they went on, between the two of them, they scored 16 straight points. We've been looking forward to seeing this combination together, and you saw it in full potential at the end of that game.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at these guys they scored 56 of the 113. 56 of the one, that's half for those of you scoring at home, just shade under half. But you mentioned it was actually 19 straight because McCain hit that three. It was 16, and then he made that three. That was late in the fourth quarter. And as you mentioned, they were trailing, and he and Maxey, McCain and Maxey, really put the team on their back. What does it say about that combo that, there was any kind of concern, and then now it's like, what concern?
No, well, our guests, Amy, we've talked about this a couple of times. We haven't had the advantage because of Maxey's injury of, seeing them for an extended period of time together. You could see the potential. These are just two guys that have a knack for being able to score the ball. They can both shoot it. They can both make plays with the ball. And I think what you're seeing is how well they're going to complement each other going forward.
And Mark, I mean, we've talked about it on the pregame. It's not just the three-point shooting, though that's a very good aspect of Jared McCain's game. It's everything. He's crafty. He really finds a wide variety of ways to score.
He does, Amy. We knew he came in here as a shooter. We questioned his ability to finish around the rim. He made adjustments. Now his mid-range is unbelievable. We didn't know he was a great facilitator, at least here in Philadelphia. We didn't know. He's proven to be good at that. His arc that he's going at reminds me of opportunity to present itself if you stay ready. I'm repeat it again. I remember my first year at Golden State, played pretty good in preseason. The first 27 games, DNPs. 3 guys get hurt. I had 30 and 30, like 30 points in 3 straight games. This reminds me, everybody's hurt. I was prepared. McCain's prepared. He's stepping up and getting it done.
Yeah, and these two, they had 34 points, the Sixers did in the final quarter. That in and of itself, this is a team that has really struggled to score, averaging about 103, worst in the league, Jim. And then you see numbers like this. They scored 34 in the fourth. Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey accounted for 23 of that 34. Is it just about the pace? Why do you think they were able to get so many points on the board?
Well, they were doing a decent job defensively, I think, is number one in the fourth. And they were very, I think you'll hear Coach Nurse with his post-game comments, efficient. The offense was very, very good, and coincidentally, the ball was in the hands of one of those two guys a huge percentage of the time. But they're so good with the ball and so steady in terms of reading defenses, taking it themselves when appropriate or making a play if they find themselves in traffic.
Yeah, the team shooting about 47% from the field and a little over 37% from three, so pretty efficient on the night, but especially from the backcourt. And the rookie member of that backcourt, Jared McCain, is with Taryn Hatcher.
All right, Jared, 6 minutes left in the game. You hit the lefty scoop off the glass. You look at your hand, then the next time down the court, you drain that three. It looked cold-blooded, and the team we're getting a little abuse over here, a little backcourt sparring. But it seemed like after that, you weren't going back. This team wasn't turning back, and you never relinquished the lead after that. What was going through your mind through this team in those moments?
Just to get a bucket. I felt like I had the mismatch. I was just trying to get a bucket for real.
An NBA rookie record for you tonight with 8 consecutive games of 3 or more made threes. How does it feel to be an NBA record holder, Jared McCain?
It feels amazing. Just thank God, thank my work, thank the people around me, my family, and that's just what I do. I try to break records. I try to be the best player I can be, best person I can be.
Now, a camera may or may not have saw you mouthing, "I'm the rookie of the year." Is that something that you might have said out there tonight, Jared?
Of course. I mean, I set goals every single time, every single new season I have. Every day I set a goal for myself. So this season. I just wanted to be consistent with my work and trust it throughout the whole way. So Rookie of the Year is definitely one of my goals.
Decent goal to set. Also, Tyrese Maxey, I know he's been trying to shake off the rust tonight. It seemed like no rust present for Tyrese Maxey. What was it like to play with Tyrese Maxey the way he was playing tonight?
Man, it's so cool to see him thrive, see what I've watched on TV for a few years now, seeing him through the summer, through preseason. It's just amazing to see. He's the truth. He's nice.
And finally, this is the Sixers crowd that we know and love here in South Philadelphia, going nuts with every lead change. What was that experience like for you tonight?
It's the best fans in the world, bro. Like, I've been to NBA games and it's nothing like this. And to be in the game and actually make a shot and hear the crowd go crazy, there's no feeling like it. So I just do my best to try and please the crowd.
I saw everyone, when you went like this, start going like that. Jared, congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
You can see the bottom of that note, if you had sharp eyes, all those 30 points, that's 6 of 11. All thanks to the 15 teams who passed on Jared McCain. And you heard him say maybe he was, maybe it's conceited, maybe it's cocky, whatever. He likes to think of himself as the Rookie of the Year. Well, so does Vegas because he's the odds-on favorite. But the confidence this kid has, I think, is remarkable. It's not unfounded for sure, Mark, but also it's not like he goes out there and it doesn't back it up. He had a 30-point game for Pete's sake. I like that he has this confidence. What do you like about it?
I love it. Majority of what you do in life is based on the confidence you have within you. And this gentleman, since the first game, has said, I'm confident. You first begin the season, put him in for 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. And he's getting up shots, he's attacking, he's chasing buckets. He's not shying away from the moment. A lot of guys will try to fit in and let me ain't this extra pass. He was like, no, I'm prepared for this moment because I prepared off the court for it now. Those who are prepared are always invited. Confidence comes from preparation. This young man has been showing this since the first time he set foot on the Sixers gym. And he's been coming through. Look at this number. Look at these numbers.
Yeah.
Like every game,
I know.
It's like, oh, it's a fluke. It's a fluke. No, it's not a fluke. This is really him. And seeing him alongside Maxey, look out, people.
Coach, have you ever encountered a player that's had this level of confidence so early out of the gates?
That's a good question.
I mean, he's a rookie.
Yeah. No, I'm going to. You know what? Believe it or not, I do have a frame of reference. The Fab Five guys from Michigan.
Well done.
And I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
something. Believe it or not, and Mark, I'd be curious your feeling with this. I really think they changed the mindset of young basketball America. Like, is that right? Well, guess what? And they instead of knocking on the door, they tried to kick it in.
Yeah, I agree, Coach. I agree with you 100%. And the reason why is back, early in the days, freshmen, so when you come in or young players come in, you pay your dues, you show respect, you kind of defer to them. No, man, if I'm better than you, if my confidence and I've been working my tail off, I'm not coming to sit back seat. We going to compete to see who's the better one. And I agree with you 100%. The Fab Five probably started that.
This guy, McCain, he's not waiting for anybody. He's got game. He knows he has game, and he's not waiting to show it.
And he's here absolutely to show it. You're exactly right. All right, let's check out our electrifying moment brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. And it has to come courtesy of Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey. We mentioned it. They scored 19 straight in the fourth quarter. They accounted for over half of the points, or just under half, I should say, 56 of the 113. Jared McCain, 30 points. Tyrese Maxey, 26 minutes, 26 points. That's the picture of efficiency, Coach.
Yeah, it sure was. And these, the Sixers, as we said pregame, I mean, they desperately needed this win. And for these two young guys to answer the bell, and I'm going to tell you what, you ready? They did it with their defense.
Yeah.
They turned the Nets over big time. I think I'm going to guess and say 19 turnovers for 28 points. I saw that number.
Yep.
And that really, I thought, was the difference in the game. And you saw, as a result, they get 113
113.
points.
Maxey came up with 4 steals. McCain with 2 steals.
Look at
They
this
both shot
shot.
at well over 50%.
Ooh, thank you, James Harden.
McCain shot 55%. Tyrese Maxey shot 65%. McCain 55% from 3.
Look at this.
Look, recognize that.
I mean, that's
look at
impressive right there. That might be my most impressive
Great
bucket
thing.
with him. Because
And
the guy
the-
was right up on him.
And Coach mentioned it. Defense created offense. Look at this. Look how this Maxey's running around.
Again.
Look,
There's another
give me
steal.
that. I'll take that down the other end. Thank you very much.
And then Jared McCain caps off this amazing run with a 3. He was wide open. Scouting report.
Man, I
No
know whoever had
rotation
that
over
scout
there.
was ticked off. Like, how can we leave this guy?
They turned around and were like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm the Rookie of the Year. That's where he said it. He said, I'm the Rookie of the Year. And right now, I mean, he is. He's got 7 straight games of 20 points. 7 straight games of 20 points. I'm going to repeat that for you. 7 straight. He did miss his first free throw, so I guess there is a knock on that.
Oh, man, this guy, how dare he?
He's 34 for 35, I believe it is, to start the season. As you see the numbers, 38 minutes, 27. It's just under 27 minutes for Tyrese Maxey and the 26 points. The numbers are just off the charts as far as scoring efficiency, all 50% and over. Go ahead, Mark.
And a number we haven't mentioned so far, and I think is very important, 6 76ers in double figures.
Yeah, even
6.
scoring. Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre.
6. I love that. And you know what? A big
Andre
thing
Drummond.
Listen, a lot of that is because of the pace of play, too. Ball was moving, was firing around, many guys touching the ball. It's not like, okay, let's hold it here. Late in the game, yes, McCain, Maxey kind of went to that 1-2 punch, but I love the efficiency from everyone attacking and being confident in their game.
Man. Jared McCain just on fire in this one. You can see so many threes. Where does the threes rank him? Oh, let's see. This is most threes made in the first 15 games played for rookies. Right there at the top. I mean, is he the new smiling wonder for you? This guy smiles all the time. Past Allen Iverson, he's got 38 in his first 15 games. There's a former Rookie of the Year right there in Michael Carter Williams.
Would have more than this. He was putting them up.
Really?
Yeah, he was a great shooter when he was here.
All right, I'll take your word for that one. He had 25, and he wasn't. I mean, there was rarefied air. 38 and 36 is pretty impressive. AI, that rookie year, obviously he burst onto the scene, but McCain is telling AI was a lot higher a pick than Jared McCain was.
Top pick, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to think that people and maybe that fuels him a little bit too, Coach.
Well, he said that. There's no way there was 15 people ahead of me in the draft, and there's no harm going out there on occasion and playing with a little chip on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. You should. I think Charles, you know it better than anybody, Coach Charles Barkley, he perfected that.
Yep.
Yes.
He used to have a point in the stands and find somebody to
get mad at. Yeah, that's right.
So this is for you.
That's for you.
Pretty good, yeah.
And so, McCain has talked about the 15 players. He knows exactly who they are, and I'm sure he's well aware that he is absolutely eclipsing their numbers in his rookie season. How good has Jared McCain been? Well, look at these numbers. 8 straight games, 8 straight with at least 3 made threes. Not only is it a Sixers record, beating Buddy Hield and J.J. Redick, we're looking at an NBA rookie record. No rookie in NBA history has had 8 straight games of making 3 straight threes. A rookie. Steph Curry does that on a Tuesday, but this is a rookie we're talking about. And Jared McCain has now set the NBA rookie record. Well, it was quite the game for him, quite the game for the Sixers as they actually not only take over at the end, but they close this one out, something we hadn't seen. The previous wins, obviously, had come in overtime. But that was something really good to see, and I know Nick Nurse has some good things to say about it. Also an update on Joel Embiid. Let's check in with the head coach now.
Thoughts on just what Jared was able to do tonight?
Well, I think obviously he continues his kind of torrid start here, and Tyrese again looked a lot more like himself for sure. Both of those guys were especially when we really needed it, were outstanding, right? But I think that everybody that touched the floor tonight contributed. Really liked the activity of our defense. It was kind of a little bit hit and miss. There was some handful of really bad possessions, but there was dozens and dozens of really good ones, right? Really good ones flying around and contesting and getting to shooters and things like that were good. I think we created a good 19 turnovers. That's awesome. 16 offensive rebounds. I think that says 15.
Was it the type of win that you needed, Coach?
Need to get my glasses, Jim.
Was it the type of win that you needed?
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, continue to be without some key players, and it's a great step up by these guys. I just think with the effort and energy and all the things they did, it felt like we had a decent number of assists too. 25 it's not a ton, but a decent number. That we had some good, especially early in the game, great drive and finds out to the 3-point line. Some good possessions with multiple next passes, So that was good. But, yeah, we certainly needed a win any way we could get it. But that was a pretty hard-fought, energetic one.
You went to Gershon in the starting lineup with Embiid out. What did you think of his performance and what went into that decision making?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the thing about him is he doesn't make very many mistakes, right? Like he's solid, first of all. Then he's also provides a good 3-point threat as he did to start the game. I thought that gave us a great lift. He's pretty good, safe pair of hands getting the ball transferred around when things are going on too. Plays really hard, rebounds. You know, he's a smart guy and plays hard and is really solid. And then throw in when he can post here and there and chuck in a three. You know, he's playing well.
We haven't seen much of KJ recently. What did you see from him tonight?
Yeah, he was pretty solid. I think that both the last two games he's come in and provided some energy and some youthful, fresh legs, right? And obviously kind of needing that lately, just some speed in general and athleticism. So he provided some of that.
Tyrese and Jared, both of them just are kind of in constant motion, and just what can that do for your offense, and what kind of bind does that put the defense in when you have two guards that are just flying around?
Well, they're needing to because the teams are chasing them pretty hard, right, and scheming pretty hard for them. I was pretty impressed with the times that they did send two at them, how they got off it, you know, to the bigs. They hit drum a couple times down the lane. They got off it to some next actions and things like that. But they both were able to kind of create some stuff on their own tonight. You know, Tyrese finally blasting by people with the running layup that we haven't seen much of. Some step back three balls that we've seen a lot of in the past. And then Jared just kind of creates a lot of different ways. He'll slither by you for some layups. He'll stop and pop in the lane, and then obviously he's gonna get his share of threes up too.
I know the game just ended, but were you aware as the game went on about the situation with Joel in terms of Sunday?
I was not aware. I am aware now. Yeah, the Joel update is he was dealing with some swelling in his knee today, which is why he was questionable. Got to the arena, was ruled out. They're going to treat it all weekend, so he'll be out for Sunday as well, and then hopefully Monday we'll give you an update of where we're at, and hopefully he'll be in good shape.
Does that mean there was some kind of evaluation here? Because when we talked to you at whatever it was, 5:15,
yeah.
I think you had said, he'll go through warm-ups and
yeah.
and all that, and then he never took the floor at all.
Yeah, so again, he had some swelling from the last game. It's kind of something we knew we were going to be dealing with going into this season. They do what they can do to remove that swelling, but it just didn't feel good enough to go. We were pretty well aware of that. I don't know, not too much longer after this press conference that he wasn't going to be able to go tonight, or the first press conference, I mean. And then they obviously looked at it again during the game or halftime or whatever and decided they needed to treat it this weekend and go from there. Is that it? Okay, thanks.
I don't want to rain on the parade, but I will give the update. You just heard Coach Nurse talking about Joel Embiid's status. I said that he's been dealing with some swelling in that left knee that was surgically repaired last year or earlier this year, calendar-wise. And then, of course, something that they knew, I guess, was going to be happening, and he just did not feel like he could go. So that was the update on Joel Embiid. He will miss Sunday's game. He's expected to be reevaluated early next week. We all know that Paul George is also going to miss Sunday's game. He's expected to be reevaluated on Monday. So certainly a damper to this one in that regard. But the one thing is, and we talked about this on pregame when we knew Joel Embiid wasn't going to go, is they were able to play a different style of ball. And both of you gentlemen talked about getting buckets in transition and pushing the pace. And Coach, you got to see that, and you'll probably get to see it against the Clips and any game going forward without Joel Embiid.
Yeah, if you don't have Joe, you better have your active defense out on that perimeter. And the Sixers did that in spades tonight, forcing 19 turnovers, as we said, and that led to 28 points. A lot of those kind of turnovers lead to fast breaks. And if you're going to have effective offense, if you don't have the presence of Joel with all that he offers, then turning the other team over and being active with your defense has to be a big part of what you do offensively.
I mean, obviously, you heard Coach Nurse say this is something that they thought could happen. It's going to crop up, and whatever else they're dealing with it with the left knee injury management. The good news is now Nick Nurse knows that he can have his backcourt be Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain, and any qualms may have defensively. I think they showed tonight those two guys had 6 steals. They were very active on the defensive front.
Yes, Amy. The one thing we was concerned about, can they defend with their stature of height going against this NBA opponents? And I think they proved they can. I think the speed of Maxey, the awareness of McCain, I think they worked very well together. And they both can do pretty much everything. They both can handle, they both can distribute, they both can shoot and score. And I think when you got that combination, it makes it almost impossible to fail, meaning working together. And I love what I see. I think the biggest thing I've seen is I love the way they swarm. I love the way their speed allows them to dig on the ball and recover. And it made everyone else scramble, meaning help recover. That's what scramble means. And I thought it made the team look faster on the defensive end from the perimeter standpoint.
Coach, you like the way they played defense?
Yeah, Maxey in particular. I was just looking as Mark was speaking, the way he said, he liked the way they scramble. Maxey had 3 steals in the fourth quarter. And with his athleticism and his quickness and his instincts in reading the game, he could be a terrific steal guy.
Yeah, it'll be something fun to watch going forward, because right now the Sixers are showing that they can win without Joel Embiid, and that is something that's very important for not only for themselves to learn, but also for the head coach Nick Nurse to learn. All right, we'll take another quick timeout here. So continue to talk about this game. Look at some other bright spots in this one. I know Mark Jackson is dying to tell you about Caleb Martin's defense. I'm going to let him wax poetic on that, among other things, coming up here on Sixers Postgame Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance.